Hi, I'm Derek with the Rutgers Nursery Customer Care Team, and I'm here today to talk to you about a very important part of taking care of your plants in the first few weeks to first few months of their establishment after planting. Now, even though watering might seem very self-explanatory to some, you'll find that it's a little bit more complicated and pivotal to use the correct process, especially in the first couple of seasons after planting. Now, what that looks like for your tree will depend very much on the weather we get and the kind of tree you have planted, but there are some general rules to follow. First things first, we generally recommend after planting to implement a daily watering schedule for your plants every day for the first couple of weeks to help mitigate some of the stress of the planting process, the root stress and the compaction, as well as acclimation to the new soil. After that, as we start getting on into the later months, you can lower your watering schedule down to as many times as 3 to 4 times a week, depending on what season you're planting in. If you're having your trees planted in the height of summer, for instance, you might find it's even necessary to raise that to 5 times a week if we're not getting rain in the hottest days of August. Meanwhile, if you're planting in spring or fall, and we're getting regular rain, and that water is staying in the ground a little longer, you can get away with sometimes once a week. This is an example of what many people do, which is not recommended. A heavy flow of water, and you'll find most of it runs off and doesn't make it to the roots. Not only that, but you can over-inundate the area in seasons like spring and fall, where the water table is already high. This represents an optimal flow of water. Slow exposure over about 30 minutes, just set it near the crown of the tree, and the roots will take up all they need within that time. The slower the exposure, the more the roots will be able to take up. It's very important with almost all trees to walk a little bit of a line. You want to make sure that your trees have all the water they need, while also ensuring that they're not sitting in water and having their roots exposed to things like rot, Phytophthora, and otherwise. Now, those of you who have sprinkler systems or irrigation systems might think to yourselves that this is sufficient care for some of your trees. But we'd like for you to keep in mind that these sprinkler systems are aimed for things that have very shallow root systems, like grasses, perennials, flower beds, things like that. For your larger trees that have roots several feet into the ground, it will be necessary to make sure that you're getting a much deeper soak, especially in the hotter season. Does that cover all the bases?
I think so.
Okay, all right.